Right now at 4:30, Queen City News was there as a critical piece of equipment that keeps our radar spinning was repaired. Those radars have become the most important tool during severe weather season, and now it's fixed right on time.
Meteorologist Elisa Raffa joins us now in the studio. Elisa, you've been digging deeper into this for a special report tonight.
I got to learn about 50 years of history, plus some challenges going forward. So it's been an interesting story to really dive into. Now, that radar was out of commission for about a month, the first month of the new year, and workers lifted a 4,000-pound radar dome to replace a spinning gear that broke, plus its 10,000-pound pedestal, right? The maintenance comes right on cue. A recent $135 million investment by government agencies is expected to keep our radar spinning through 2040. Now, this program, the purpose was to be proactive because these radar parts are designed to last 25 years and they're starting to get to the end of their lifespan.
We do regular maintenance on our radar, just like you would do on your car, but eventually parts need to be replaced.
Just like anything, right? So 30 years of service, 24/7, 365, there's no
breaks,
stopping.
yeah.
Right, so you were able to dive into some of the history. What was the most interesting thing that you learned?
Did you know that the birth of our radars as we know it started in World War II? So our military was using radars during World War II to find enemy aircraft. And the military realized, like, oh, hey, we're looking for, Germans and other enemies in the skies. And what they found was the rain is in our way. They realized they could see clouds and raindrops. So after World War II, the military kind of just gave these radars to meteorologists and said, hey, we think you might have fun with this.
Right?
Knock yourself out.
Oh my
and
gosh.
that picture you see right there, 1962, that's Hurricane Carla. So some of those first images were just, it's amazing to see, like, how did meteorologists even operate with images that look like that?
Think how invaluable that is right now.
We're
to
spoiled.
all weather. Yeah, especially when you got hurricanes or tornadoes that are coming in and that sort of thing. But Charlotte does not have a radar.
Right.
Why is that, and does that make us vulnerable here?
So these radars were deployed in the early 1990s, kind of before Charlotte was really what it is today. And they were deployed kind of where there's the most vulnerability for tornadoes. So a lot of them were put kind of in the plain states like Oklahoma, Texas, all those areas. Now, we are in a vulnerable spot because our radar is 94 miles away. We are the only city of our size that sits more than 55 miles away from the radar. The problem with the distance is the Earth has curves. So the beam is a straight line. Once the Earth curves, you can't really see the ground once you get farther away from the radar, so that means we can't really see tornadoes spinning as well close to Charlotte.
That is dangerous.
Yes, it leaves us with a little bit of a meteorologist get a little
iffy,
uncomfortable with not having the best data that we want. So there is a push. Some broadcast meteorologists are trying to push legislation to work on solving this problem, and then I'll introduce you to a very familiar face. Some of you guys might know him, Van Denton. He's been in the Carolinas for 30, 40 years, so we'll introduce him to you tonight.
All right.
Looking
Interesting stuff, and always just diving into amazing things with our weather that none of us would have thought
Yeah,
of.
I love
so we
seeing
appreciate
the video
you.
of that big dome being taken off the
Super
top
cool.
there.
Yeah.